What made you go full Karen mode? For 5 years, I lived in this neighborhood and minded my own damn business. I paid my homeowners association dues, kept my lawn green, and even painted my fence the exact shade of beige they wanted. I never complained when they sent me passive-aggressive letters about my mailbox being 2 inches too far to the left. But last Tuesday morning, I woke up to a bright orange sticker slapped across my front door like some kind of scarlet letter. The violation notice said I owed them $500 because my trash cans were visible from the street for more than 15 minutes after pickup. Complete bullshit. I had dragged those cans back to my garage the night before like I always do. So I called Doug, our HOA president. This guy's like 70 and drives around the neighborhood in his little golf cart like he's patrolling for war crimes. When I explained the situation, he just laughed and said, "The rules are the rules, Lionel." I asked for proof of this so-called violation. Doug got all smug and said, "We don't need to provide proof. Our word is enough." That's when something inside me snapped. $500 for something I didn't even do? Hell no. I went straight to Best Buy and bought 2 security cameras. Spent the whole weekend setting them up to record my driveway and the street. If these people wanted to play games, I was ready to play. A week later, I'm scrolling through the footage at like midnight when I see something that makes my blood boil. There's Doug, creeping around my driveway at 2 in the morning like some kind of psycho. The bastard is literally dragging my empty trash cans from my garage back out to the street. I watched him arrange them perfectly by the curb, then take pictures with his phone. The whole thing took maybe 10 minutes. This man was creating fake violations to steal money from his neighbors. I saved that footage to 3 different USB drives and printed out screenshots. Then I called an emergency HOA meeting for the following week. The night of the meeting, I walked into that community center with my evidence folder like I was about to prosecute a murder case. About 20 neighbors showed up, including Doug, who was sitting in the front row looking all confident. "Before we start," I announced, "I want to show everyone how our president enforces the neighborhood rules." I plugged in my laptop and played the video on the projector. You could hear people gasping and whispering as they watched Doug dragging my trash cans around in the dark like some kind of garbage goblin. Doug's face went from smug to pale white in about 2 seconds. He started stammering something about misunderstanding the situation and acting in the best interest of the community. But I wasn't done. I handed out copies of a report I'd spent all week preparing, pages of Doug's petty violations against other neighbors, screenshots of him using HOA money to pay for his own lawn care, and records of him charging people for imaginary infractions. The room turned on him so fast it was beautiful. Mrs. Kim from down the street stood up and said Doug had charged her $300 for her rose bushes being too tall. Mr. Jackson said Doug made him repaint his house because the white wasn't white enough. Everyone started talking at once, sharing their own Doug horror stories. Turns out this guy had been scamming the whole neighborhood for years. Within 30 minutes, the board voted Doug out as president and appointed Mrs. Kim instead. They waived my $500 fine and agreed to investigate every violation Doug had issued in the past 2 years. As people were leaving, Doug shuffled up to me and mumbled, "You didn't have to humiliate me like that." I looked him dead in the eye and said, "You're right. I could have just called the cops and had you arrested for fraud."